Hey everyone, it's Mark David Heiser from Day Did You Win, and I am just right now getting home from my third and a 10th annual Fort2Base 10 nautical mile run. So here's my review of that race. I hope you enjoy. Please stick around. Before we get started, I'd just like to encourage you to please hit the like button, subscribe. It really helps me out if you haven't already. I would greatly appreciate it. So today, which is August 23rd, 2021, was the 10th annual Fort2Base 10 nautical mile run. This is the third time I've done it. What it does is it starts at Fort Sheridan Army Base, and it goes to and finishes at the Great Lakes Naval Base as well. So Fort Sheridan to Great Lakes Naval Base is about 10 nautical miles. How long is 10 nautical miles? It's somewhere between 11 and a quarter to 11 and a half actual miles. So it's obviously a very unique race distance. It's not something you find any other, really in too many other places. I've only heard of one other race in the United States, at least, that does a 10 nautical mile race, and that's down in Tennessee. And I've actually looked into doing this race. I might do it at some point. If I'm not mistaken, I believe it's a spring race. Me and my wife have talked about doing it. It's just kind of intriguing that, there's one other 10 nautical mile run, and we'd like to do that. But for the time being, like I said, this is the third time we've done this. We started back in 2018. We ran in 2019. Then, of course, we all know 2020 was just a crapshoot and everything was canceled. Fort2Base did not go virtual last year. They wanted their 10th annual run to actually be in person. And they also had a 3-year medal series going as well. They did not want to make that end that on a virtual note. And let's face it, who really could measure out 10 nautical miles in their neighborhood? It would not be the same. So they went ahead and bumped everything back a year to allow for an actual race to happen for their 10th annual. So I appreciate that. I think that was a very smart decision. It was the right decision. Everybody by last August was already just tired out of the virtual race thing. And so I think that was the best solution to it. So anyways, packet pickup, they have packet pickups all over the Chicago area. I wish they would bring one maybe to the Northwest Indiana area. That would help us out a lot. But as it is, right now, most of them are in the Chicago area or North Chicago area. And so for us, it was, we really could have picked up our packets if we wanted to Saturday at a local running store, or because we were staying at the host hotel, they actually had a packet pickup in the lobby for those when they check into the hotel to go ahead and pick up their packets. And honestly, it's very easy to do. Actually, the hotel employees took care of it. As soon as we checked in, they checked our name off their list and gave us our packets, and we were good to go. Inside the packet, of course, is a race bib. I don't have that with me right now, but it's kind of a cool bib. I'll put a picture of it up. But also then was this it's almost like a long sleeve texture hoodie. So it does have the hood. It is a thinner polyester material as well. But there is the 10th anniversary logo. And then on the back, I think this has been on every race shirt that I've had from Fort2Base. And it says Train, Race, Conquer. So that's basically their slogan. Like I said, I've had a quarter zip now. I've had a t-shirt, and now this long sleeve hooded shirt. I don't want to call it a hoodie because it's not that thick, but pretty nice material, and I think this will work out great for fall. Not maybe for running, but also just to have to wear around. So, and they always change their color and everything. So this is most definitely the Army green color for this year's race. And they always take a poll from runners on their Facebook page, it seems, of what kind of shirt they want to see. So that was this year's shirt. That's what was voted on. I think it's pretty cool, and I think I'll enjoy wearing that, especially come fall and then into going through to next year into spring. So very nice shirt to have around. So as far as race day goes, it's pretty simple once you especially get used to it. There is no place to park at the start line. There's no place to park at the finish line. So what they do is they have plenty of parking set up at a local college, and basically they bus everybody out to the start line between 5:15 and I believe 6:15 or 6:30 is when the buses are scheduled to finish. And so they bus you out to the start line, and they get you out there. They get you out there in plenty of time. We usually get on the 5:15 bus just to make sure there's no issues. And also, I know it is a relief to the race directors and those in charge to make sure that buses are running smoothly and for people to get out there on time. This year, there were some people, as in past couple of years I've ran this race, that people were not getting out there on time. They were actually still walking up as the race is just about ready to start. And I know this annoyed the race directors, and I get it, and I don't blame them. So, all that to say, though, if you're going to run this race, try to get out there early. It makes it easier for the race director, and make sure we start on time. But anyways, so we start out at Fort Sheridan, inside Fort Sheridan, which is the first time I ever done that. We then ran outside of Fort Sheridan. We ran around neighborhoods where families who are stationed there, they are actually living in these neighborhoods. So it was great, cool to see that. Thankful to the families for, and the community for allowing this race to happen. And then you run past the tower that's on the fort, which we have had that on the metal back in 2018. It's that tower. Usually in the last 2 years, we actually basically did 3/4 of a lap around the tower and the building that the tower is with. But this year, there's actually a tunnel in that tower, underneath that tower, and we ran through that this year, which is a cool thing. We had never done that before. It was just really neat to see and get it that way. I wish there was someone out there taking pictures, especially after the tunnel. Of us running by the tower. There were in years past. There just wasn't anybody out there this year. But I tried my best with my GoPro to get something. So that's the best I could do. After that, we ran around the parade grounds of the fort, and then made our way to the bike path, where we actually spent most of this race. I believe it was somewhere around mile 3.5 to 4 is when we got on the bike path, and we were on there until probably mile 10 to 10.5, I believe. Very nice bike paths. They had shade all over. No issues with heat. We probably started off this race in the mid 60s. I'm guessing we got to the low 70s by the time we finished today. So not a bad day for a race, especially when you consider we are mid to late August right now. But just beautiful day to be out there. Along the course, they had several stations of water and Gatorade. I maybe wish they had a few more of those, but at the same time, I actually, as worried as I was about the aid stations and making sure I stayed hydrated, I actually did pretty well on this year, and there were really no issues with that. So maybe they did just hit it right. If you ran this race today, let me know what you thought about the aid station situation. I would have maybe liked one more at the end. After we started getting into the sun, there were no more aid stations the rest of the way. So maybe one more aid station within the last mile would have been nice. But like I said, I didn't have any problems with my hydration. I stay hydrated. No worries for me there. Basically, though, unfortunately we could not finish on the naval base, Great Lakes Naval Base, this year. This is the third year I've ran this race. I have yet to finish on a naval base. I don't know if we ever will, if I'll ever get to. I think it's not a COVID thing. I think it's more of a security thing. And so it may not happen. Which you gotta respect that. They have their reasons for it. But we do finish on a very nice park right outside of Naval Base. It is a nice downhill finish. You finish right under the finisher's arch. And after you finish, an actual member of the military is there to give you your finisher's medal. And this year's finisher's medal is this finisher's medal here. You might think, well, that's kind of a weird finisher's medal to give. But remember, I already showed you the medal from 2018, which featured the tower from the fort. So as a reminder, that's what it looks like. 2019, the tower is this tower is from the naval base. So they have magnets on them. Put one on top of the other. So I always put my 2019 on top of 2018 just because of the order. And then you have this one. There's magnets on this one as well. And you just slide it on top of the other medals. I'm trying to get this lined up just right. Sorry. So that's basically what it looks like. So pretty cool medal series that they just wrapped up. This is the third year. This is the last year of this medal series. But just kind of a cool thing to have, and just a nice way of displaying 3 years of hard work and training on with these medals. So I think this is one of the cooler race series medals that I have seen. One of the other cool things they had this year, and this involves a shirt I am wearing right now. They actually had somebody there screen printing shirts. They had a lot of different varieties of shirts for you to choose from. They had tank tops, t-shirts, long sleeve shirts, jackets that you could, they're all priced differently, that you could create your own shirt. So this is the one I went with. This is the 10th anniversary logo on the front. It's the same logo that's on the long sleeve hooded shirt that we have. And on the back, I had options on things to put on the back. I went ahead and I went with the American flag, which is right above, around the shoulder blade area. And then right below that, I like the phrase that they had, embrace the suck. And so, especially when you're running races in hot weather, it can suck at times, but we got to push through. So I really like that motto, embrace the suck. And so I put it on the back of my shirt. My wife picked up 2 tank tops. I will show you those pictures right here as well. She got some different things. She did get embrace the suck on one. One of them on the back has finisher on it. And then she has 2 different logos on her tank tops as well. So pretty nice way to end the race. A lot of people were enjoying that. I think even the people who were making these shirts for us, they had all these options for us to use. But they were actually very interested in and appreciate the creativity that every runner had in their shirt that they wore. Which I thought was neat. They were just like, some ideas they didn't think about. I don't think they really thought about what I did with the American flag on the back. I think a lot of people were putting American flags on their sleeves, which is cool as well. And no one really, I guess, put 2 smaller decals on the back of theirs like I did. So, it just allowed people to get what they wanted, and as far as additional purchases and stuff like that. So I really hope they bring this option back for next year, because I think a lot of people actually really liked it. The only bad thing I have to say about the way things went today was waiting for the buses at the end. In years past, I don't remember waiting more than 5 to 10 minutes for a bus. And I think we were waiting 30 to 45 minutes for the bus today. They only had 2 buses going back to the college, and I'm not sure what took them so long to make that round trip. I know I looked it up on my phone. It was something like a 3-mile round trip, or 3 miles one way, so 6-mile round trip, but it just seemed like it was going very slow today. So that's my only complaint. Other than that, the race I felt went very well today. No issues with the course. Everybody stayed on course. Just the volunteers and everything were fantastic as well. So that is the Fort2Base 10 nautical mile run. They do have a 3 nautical mile run as well. I've never done that one before, so I don't really have much to say about it. But as far as this, it's a unique distance. It's a unique distance. And, just something that is obviously not very common. And so I really enjoyed this race. I look forward to it. We keep on thinking, after this third year, after this medal series is over, we may not go back for a little bit. But I don't know. When we got done with this race today, we were just like, man, I want to come back next year. So both me and my wife might be doing that again. We will see. Side note, I did get third in my age group. This is my first race as a 40-year-old. I just turned 40 on August 16th, so a week ago. Third place in my age group. The other two guys were a good 10 minutes ahead of me. There's no way I was going to beat them. But as far as my race goes, I ran as well as I could. I'm sorry, I don't remember my time off the top of my head. I'm looking it up real quick. 1:24:55 is what I have on my watch, which is a 7:32 pace. I was trying to stay with 7:30. I dropped back for a little bit, but I started catching them at the end, and I was very close to catching back up to that pace group again. So I'm very happy with the way I ran today, happy with the organization of this race, and I look forward to doing it again in the future. So if you ever want a different race to run, I highly recommend this one. Get there one way or another. It's fun and just something different. So until next time, though, thank you very much once again for watching. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Like the video, and I will look forward to seeing you next time. So until then, have a great day and enjoy your run.